decided to spend next 10 hours learning Bastion because he's super fun to play. Let's see how much I was able to improve in that short period of time. Every single character tier list that I have personally seen throughout the Season 2, Season 3 and Season 4 of Overwatch has been very biased towards the effectiveness of Bastion. People are saying that he is C tier, people are saying that he is completely useless, and I partly agree with it simply because he is really easily counterable. We will speak about it in later hours. And I feel like you need a mercy pocket with it to make it really stand out and shine. Right from the start, hour 1, I had so much fun on the character. Like, man, it is so cool to like actually pop opponents like that. Like, using your little turret mode, it is actually insane. Is Bastion busted? No, I wouldn't say so. He's very immobile. He requires a certain set of characters to play with and against him to make him work. This was actually my first try in using the right click to like boop myself closer. I'm gonna use it a lot more in the future hours, but this was like my learning route. I started trying right from the start. You might think that Bastion is a really easy character, and it sounds so counterintuitive saying that he is hard, but he is actually hard. I feel like it requires skill to play this character, even more skill than you would have on playing Soldier or any other DPS. Nonetheless, I had quite a lot of joy playing the character. Look at that hog. He's using E, he's being pocketed by Kiriko. Ain't no way he's surviving that against Bastion. Mercy pocket. It feels like it took me a few hours to really warm up and remember how to play Bastion. Because even though I am a new player, when it comes to Overwatch, Bastion was my first love as a character, if you can say so. This guy is super fun to play, and coming from CSGO, coming from Call of Duty, you really have the urge to like shoot people instead of like throwing abilities at them and then like throwing projectiles. You just need a raw hitscan force. That was calling upon my FPS blood. That was a happy little accident. I should have said goodbye in the chat. That's gonna be a classic. I was actually kind of shocked how accurate the left click is on this character. Not only in the like transform mode, but just in general, so clean. The amount of kills that I got, and I feel like the main problem with Bastion is that some people understand how to counter him, but that's a double-edged sword, where a lot of people have no idea what to expect from the character, especially mercy pocketed. So if you can compare, like, if you can have a pie of every character matchup that people play against, Bastion Mercy Pocket is gonna be like 1%, even less than that. So people have no idea what to expect from you, and you can actually make use of it. Hour 3 was filled with pure hatred towards my Bastion. I felt like I'm forcing him into a very bad and unstable comps, which are countering him to the root, and if players are doing it in a correct way, it's actually pretty hard to make use of the character. I absolutely understand why a lot of players are saying that Bastion is a C-tier character. He's been an amazing tool in your multi-box, but as a Swiss knife, it's horrible. In other words, if you want to OTP him, you'll run into a lot of problems. Just like you will run into a lot of problems when OTPing Genji, when OTPing Pharah, simply because you are just limiting yourself and your opponents can make use of that. They can take advantage of your weaknesses and like sort of abuse them, and that's not what we want. Even though I was OTPing Bastion just because it's fun, as well as for the video. A very interesting right-click tech, right? I played Pharah, where you like shoot the floor and damage yourself, but because you have a mercy pocket, that's nothing to burst yourself further into the air. So I thought, why not do it with Bastion, right? And then I watched the guide and people were like explaining that. So yeah, I have lost both of the games of Hour 3 simply because the enemies were just playing absolute Bastion counters and there was nothing I could do about it. And it felt like my second TPSs in both games were just absolutely horrible. You have to realize that it's a team game. 20, 20, 20, 20, 20%. Every single roll has to matter. It's not like, oh, you took Bastion and then boom, suddenly you're gonna win every game. Sadly, that's not the case. Every single 4-hour mark of every single character challenge that I did is sort of a stepping point in every single anime, right? When your main character is weak, fragile, pathetic, and then he becomes a super Giga Chad. Well, I certainly did not become a Bastion Giga Chad. It takes quite a lot more time, maybe 10 times more, maybe 100 times more hours to really completely master the character. But if you take a Pareto rule where 20% of your efforts will give you 80% of the results, there you go. There you go. These are the 20% of the efforts that gave me 80% of the results on the character. And if you want to go further, you can actually just stay like that, and that's going to be absolutely enough to play in Masters lobbies. It's going to be absolutely enough to play against certain characters at Bastion counters, but we'll speak about that in the future. I did not want to settle on that. I wanted to push my limits. I wanted to understand that these last 20% of your success matters a lot, because if you take a look at every single area of human life, who's earning the money? Only people who mastered those last 20%, even though they were the hardest one, right? So I wanted to go all in and learn Bastion as much as I possibly can to sort of bring him to my card deck, because overall this game is rock, paper, scissors, and you're literally playing cards, right? Like, oh, opponents got this card, now you need to counter it with your card. And if you're just playing one single card every single time, you're gonna fail miserably. Sure, there are OTP players. I absolutely understand that. But why would you set a limit upon yourself like that? Why would you set yourself for a lot of failures, a lot of pain and suffering and very unnecessary stuff when you can just actually learn multiple characters and make use of them? Well, at least that's my philosophy, even though I was going for an OTP Bastion. Who am I to? And then I got trapped. Ain't no way he's killing everyone like that and then getting trapped. So unobvious that the trap is gonna be there. This was such a long clip, but such a good one. And then we got a double kill here with my transform. This guy thought he's gonna right click and absolutely counter me. Not today, buddy, not today. I just came into realization that I absolutely love playing hitscan characters simply because there are things are way out of your control when you're playing stuff like Junkrat, Torbjorn, and other stuff. Look at the happy little accident. The self-sacrifice. Never mind. And when you're playing hitscan, it's all you, bro. All you. It's how you left click. It's how you click heads. Nothing else. It's how you position yourself. It is how you are communicating with the team. I really like the fact that we are playing with Baptiste in the team, simply because window Bastion turret is one of the strongest like combinations in the game, and I can literally shatter 5 people in a second, right? The thing that I did not notice or did not take into consideration is the fact that my Baptiste is an actual idiot and deserves to be in like plat 5 maximum. I judged that by the lamps he was throwing as well as the windows he was getting. That was a good window. But it's gonna be one and only. I literally had to scream at him so he would stop throwing horrendous ultimates and like ultimately indirectly throw the game for me. I feel like hour 5 is when you stop having these aha moments and you kind of like realize and understand your possibilities and limitations. You get the basic ideas of the characters. That was a great ultimate. I think Kiriko would have died if she would not have the TP or cleanse, or not be a Kiriko. What am I saying? Yeah, so you don't have this aha moment and everything is sort of like calculated, and definitely you can make insane plays, but you expect yourself to make them, right? And that was a beautiful ending. Sigma. We will speak about characters that I absolutely hated playing against, but trust me, Sigma is gonna be at the top of the list. Everyone is super low, and the problem I had with Bastion is that I literally had to like solo carry games simply because of the mercy pocket, because the tank would not get as much heal as, let's say, he would get from Ana or Kiri. And yeah, the weight was definitely on my shoulders. I was feeling like I'm in charge of how the game is gonna go. I like what I'm doing mechanically here. Like, mechanically speaking, I am really good at hour 5. Definitely 10 times better than I was at hour 0. And yeah, look at oh my god, look at those clips. And yeah, my DPS had 8k, I had 14, and again, this is all very predictable simply because of the mercy pocket, right? Did he get nanoed here or something? I don't know, but he definitely should have died on Zarya. Oh, look at that window. Bro, I don't have the transform. Why are you doing that, you absolute someone? And yeah, like when you're playing Baptiste, you have to be really vocal. Like, I'm literally carrying the game on my shoulders. I can't even press tab because stuff is happening on my screen. I can't control it. It's called micromanagement, and absolutely, look at that window. Oh my, I'm crying, bro. Get me out of this game, bro. This Baptiste deserves to be in plat 5. I swear to God. I swear to God. And yeah, again, I use every single opportunity to like get the ultimate off because it's so fun, so strong. And then we are getting a happy little accident on the bridge here with Cass ult. And then I'm using, look at that wall. What are you doing with your life, man? I literally screamed at him. I'm like, look at the microphone that I'm using. I'm saying good words about him. And then yeah. Jesus Christ, I think I cracked like more than 30k damage on this game. I was trying so hard, but yeah. And then I literally had to micromanage this person. I literally have to say wall in 3, 2, 1. Bro, you have to understand that yourself, or you have to suggest that yourself. You literally have nothing to do. You're a support player. You like, as a Baptiste, you press right click 3 times on someone, and then you're free. You can do everything you want. While I have to literally here and there, you know. So that was a little rant. I was just so pissed about that. But all in all, yeah, we were able to convert that into a W. If you'd ask me to describe my hour 6 playstyle, I would say that it's very sharp, it's very clean, and it's very crisp at the same time. This is how I always wanted my aim to be, but unfortunately I did not have much time to aim train before, as well as did not look at that. That was such an unintentional nade, but I booped myself further from that Reinhardt so he don't kill me. Nice. I did not have enough money for a good mouse and a mouse pad. I did not have time to aim train, but finally I was able to get a grip on it, and yeah, these are just amazing results that I'm getting from that. I finally started booping myself closer to enemies simply because that's what every Bastion should do. Look at that. Look at that beautiful, beautiful dash into the wall from Genji. I am certainly playing like lower level lobbies here. And this is like diamond maximum. But Yet I still struggle to win games, even though I'm performing at the at an insane rate. I think I had like 3 times more DPS than my second DPS, which was like 23k to 8k or something, which is crazy to think about, because like, how can one person cook so much, another just like, I don't know, get instant noodles instead of a Michelin star chef thing, you know? But yeah, my ultimates are still very, very clunky. I understand that there are certain characters that are just exceptionally hard or impossible to ultimate. Actually, a very interesting thing, let me know in the comments, guys, if you know that, but can you block Bastion ultimate with Diva ult? Or not with Diva ult, but with Diva Matrix? I know that you can deflect Bastion ultimate with Genji. I don't think people know that. I did not know that myself, but I watched the video. Oh, that was a massive nano blade sleep. That was a massive one. Holy. But still, yeah, I was trying so hard this game, yet we just could not get a W here. People would play Diva, people would play Reaper. We'll speak about the characters that are worse a little bit later on. That was a good dash from my Benji. And here I'm like, enough of this. I'm gonna solo carry this. Well, it was not solo. I had my beautiful Mercy Pocket with me as well as the Genji. But yeah. And it is like, yo, bells deep. No way. Ain't no way he say that. But yeah, that was a great match, even though we lost it. Hour 7, and it's safe to say that I absolutely love playing Bastion. The main reason I would take this character in the past is to counter enemy Reinhardt, simply because you can shatter his shield quite easily, and since he has nothing to do and he's naked, you can easily get rid of him. That transform is absolutely destroying him, and look at that. Whoo, Jesus. We were absolutely steamrolling our opponents simply because the enemy tank is just not swapping characters. Our Reinhardt was so much more skilled, as well as I was playing really, really well. And look at that, I got stuck in my ultimate, but the fact that it got stuck allowed us to get the W here. And then we got the kill on Lucio. The Mei is like, oh, I'm gonna kill you. Nope, ain't no way you're doing that. And then getting the kill on the Reinhardt. This is just a massive, massive disaster for the opponents. And we are going for the second half. It's kind of interesting how, like, every single Genji that I've met on this journey is trying to bait me into shooting the deflect, while it is just no. Well, people are saying like Bastion is easily countered by Genji, by a good Genji, absolutely, 100%. But deflect is not a problem if you can just not shoot it, right? I just, like, it took me 9 or like even 10 hours to really understand that you can actually cancel your transform. You can actually cancel your shift, and that's gonna be so valuable, because sometimes you really don't have those 2 seconds that you have spent in the form, and you literally, like, need them to survive, need them to get the W. So many games I've lost because I did not cancel my shift. So make sure that you do. So many games that I've lost because I was so late to the party because I didn't boop myself with a nade. But you have to be very, like, very, very careful with that, right? Because yeah, you can boop yourself too far, and no amount of heals will save you from the misery and pain. Look at that beautiful double kill. Yeah, my ultimates got quite a lot better than they were before. It feels like I just understand where opponents can be, where they can go, and yeah, that was great. That was actually amazing. And then we are finishing off in style. This Genji is suffering quite tremendously. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I should do a Genji myself, but this character is so bad in the current meta. He's just so bad, especially in my hands. It's finally time to speak about the best and the worst characters for Bastion. And let me speak about counters first, because they are definitely a lot more important than the allies. I would say that the worst ones that I've experienced are definitely gonna be Hanzo's, simply because you just really cannot deal a sustained amount of damage to them while they are just constantly shoulder picking while arrowing you. The storm arrow or whatever the ability is called is really bad for you, and when you're in a transform, yeah, that's definitely a bad thing. Another one is gonna be Reaper. Definitely a bad character against you, simply because you have such a massive hitbox, and he can not only dodge your transform but get close really unexpectedly and like get the best out of his kit against you. In terms of tanks, I would say the worst one is definitely gonna be Sigma, simply because when your second DPS or tank is not countering him, forget about it. You literally cannot do anything about this character. Yeah, sure, you can shoot him, bait out his shift, and then cancel your transform to hope that you will get it faster, but you are just literally wasting your time. Trust me. Yeah, Sigma's shield is gonna go down, absolutely, but that's definitely not what you wanted, not what you expected from an engagement like this. Another bad one is probably should be... which one is it? Diva. Diva is definitely quite horrible to play against. Her matrix completely counters you, and if you really want to counter the Bastion, Diva is gonna be your best choice. In terms of supports, Zen can be very annoying, but Zen is annoying anyways. Zen is annoying anyways. Who else is there? Who else is there? Ana can be really bad because like it's really easy to land a sleep on you every single time she sees you. Anti-nade is also not a problem. Genji can be a problem sometimes, but not as big one as the ones that mentioned. Widow can be a huge, massive problem, but you don't really want to force Bastion onto the sniper maps. Yeah. Hour 9, and let's continue the rant with the best friends of Bastion, as well as the characters that he is completely countering just by being himself, unapologetically. Let's start with a support pair that I think is gonna be the best on like most maps. I would say that Mercy Baptiste can offer the best in terms of your damage amplification. There are so many scenarios where if you would have had window while in transform, you could literally do 4 kills, 5 kills most of the time, simply because that's just too much. People are so unready for that, it's actually insane. People are just not ready for the damage like this. In terms of the second DPS, I would say that probably Tracer or Sombra, simply because when you're playing Mercy Pocket, you really have to rely on the fact that your tank can get healed by one support, your second DPS and one tank can get healed by one support. And most of the time, it's just not happening in game, and that's just horrible. And they took Sigma. I love playing against Sigma, bro. He's just pressing shift and I'm useless. Nice. Anyways, we are asserting dominance on Bastion, and yeah, so the second DPS should probably be Tracer or Sombra, or even Genji. Someone like self-sustained who can like hold his own ground and does not need much healing and can thrive off like low healing and stuff. For the tank, I would say that the best combination should probably something that can counter your counters. So if they are playing Sigma, Zarya can be good, Reinhardt can be good. If they are playing Orisa, again Zarya. If they are playing Diva, Zarya again. As well as you can combo Grav with your ultimate, can be very deadly. And yeah, I would say that the characters that are so bad against Bastion are definitely gonna be the characters that heavily rely on their shield, such as Reinhardt. Like, if you break it, that's just it. That's just it. Zarya is another very interesting case where if she has only one bubble, or you have the ability to burst through both bubbles, she is just gonna be exceptionally horrible as a character of choice against you. Mercy is dying giga hard every single time she's in the open, as well as Echo Pharah can be a big L when like opponents are taking these characters. What else is there? What else are the characters that are easily counterable? Characters with low mobility like Lifeweaver, Baptiste. Lifeweaver's tree gets destroyed in 3 seconds, I swear to god. Like it takes 3 seconds to destroy the Lifeweaver tree as a Bastion. Such a massive counter. What else is there? Obviously Reinhardt, but I already spoke about it. But yeah, these are the friends and the enemies of yours. These are the opponents that you can div. Make sure that you use Bastion in correct and right situation, use it to the fullest potential, and have fun with the character, because that's all matters. Last and final hour of the challenge, and it's time to give my honest thoughts and opinions about the character, whether you should be playing him or not. And the answer is an absolute yes. The character is an absolute blast, really fun to play. I have played way more than 10 hours to really like get the feeling of the character, to understand my possibilities and limitations and learn, because that's very counterintuitive, but this character is actually quite complex and hard to learn, not only from the aiming point, but as well as from the positioning, the matchups and everything. You really don't want to force Bastion into every single comp. There are just characters that can easily ruin your fun, ruin your gameplay on the character, and make it way worse than it should be. All in all, the character is really strong. Is it C tier? Yes, against most comps it is. I would suspect that it can be an A tier character when it's going against his the characters that he can easily counter, such as like Reinhardt. I've already spoken about them, right? And yeah, like hour 1 to hour 10, I feel like I have improved dramatically, and like my gameplay is so much better. I'm so much cleaner with my left clicks, I'm so much cleaner in my transform mode, I'm so much cleaner with my nades, and this is really important because sometimes in Overwatch, and I'm saying that I'm cleaner with nades and missing a nade on the... never mind. Because yeah, like that 100 HP or however much the nade deals, definitely not 100, can be a detrimental factor whether you will be able to win a team fight or even a game, right? So these are very important key things that we really need to take a look at. Oh my god, I forgot about Winston, like, and Doomfist as well. No one plays Winston, no one plays Doomfist. Bro, it becomes impossible to play these characters against Bastion. It's so unfun. It is so unfun to play Winston into Bastion. Like, look at that. He just jumps on me and I absolutely destroy him. Nothing he can do. Literally nothing he can do. And yeah, I feel like I should have swapped... every single time they take Sigma, or every single time they take like Diva, to like kind of maximize my win rate and potential on the character. But strictly for the challenge, I was staying on one character and one character only. This was the last moment of my Bastion, and then I thought that we will definitely lose this game, so I decided to switch to Widow and did this on a Widow after a Bastion. Yeah, 1, 2, and then we got the third one, and then a quick 360 to get the fourth one. Thank you very much for being there. Thank you very much for staying with me. See you in the next one. Take care.